Back at the diplomatic compound, Aaron and Lyria faced renewed scrutiny. The repeated attacks had drawn attention from leaders across the galaxy. Many openly supported their friendship, seeing it as a powerful symbol of unity and hope. Yet others remained opposed, quietly whispering their disapproval and distrust. Aaron resumed his duties cautiously, always alert for danger. Princess Lyria continued to stand by him, unwavering in her determination to honor the bond they shared. Their presence together at diplomatic gatherings was increasingly influential, demonstrating the power and possibility of true cooperation between humans and Valyrians. However, tensions escalated once more when Ambassador Maria Collins received troubling intelligence. Reports indicated a large faction of extremists had gathered secretly, planning a significant attack designed to permanently disrupt peace talks. Maria summoned Aaron and Lyria immediately, her expression grave. "We must take this threat seriously. They intend to strike at the heart of our unity during the upcoming Intergalactic Peace Summit." Aaron felt determination harden within him. "Ambassador, we cannot allow their fear and hatred to win. We must." "Be ready," Lyria nodded firmly. "Together, we can protect this peace." Maria organized heightened security for the summit, discreetly increasing protective measures. Aaron and Lyria carefully planned, knowing clearly that their presence was essential, but also understanding the risk involved. The day of the peace summit arrived swiftly. Delegates from many planets gathered, hopeful yet wary, fully aware of recent tensions. Aaron stood watchfully by Lyria's side, his senses sharply focused. Lyria, calm and poised, greeted each delegate warmly, reassuring all that peace was indeed possible. During the opening ceremonies, everything seemed calm. Yet Aaron remained cautious, alert to any unusual movements or behaviors. His instincts proved accurate. As the first official speeches began, alarms sounded sharply throughout the compound. Instantly, Aaron moved closer to Lyria, protective instincts surging. Guards quickly surrounded delegates, guiding them swiftly to secured locations. Aaron and Lyria, however, knew their role was to confront the threat directly, demonstrating unity and courage. They moved swiftly, meeting security teams already engaging the extremists. Chaos surrounded them as guards fought valiantly to control the attackers. Aaron carefully shielded Lyria as they pushed forward. "Aaron, over there!" Lyria shouted, indicating a small group breaking away, clearly aiming for the summit's main. Chamber Dot Aaron reacted instantly, leading the way swiftly toward the attackers. The extremists noticed their pursuit, turning fiercely to confront them. A tense fight erupted, each moment filled with danger and uncertainty. Aaron fought bravely, driven by his commitment to protect peace in Lyria. Lyria herself proved brave and skillful, assisting Aaron with courage and quick thinking. Despite being outnumbered, their combined strength and determination slowly turned the tide. Finally, additional security forces arrived, swiftly capturing the remaining extremists. Breathing heavily, Aaron turned immediately to Lyria, relief flooding through him. "Are you all right, Lyria?" he asked urgently. She smiled bravely, her face showing determination despite exhaustion. "Yes, Aaron. Thanks to you." With the immediate threat subdued, Aaron and Lyria quickly returned to the main chamber. Delegates gathered anxiously, waiting to hear the outcome. Ambassador Collins addressed the crowd firmly, explaining clearly the extremist attack and praising Aaron and Lyria's bravery. Today, Aaron Blake and Princess Lyria stood together against hatred and fear, Maria declared passionately. Their courage shows clearly that unity is stronger than division. Let their bravery inspire us all toward lasting peace. Delegates erupted into applause, deeply moved by Maria's words. Aaron felt humble but proud, standing quietly beside Lyria. He understood fully now that their bond had become something powerful, influential far beyond personal friendship. Following the summit, support for Aaron and Lyria grew stronger. Delegates openly praised their courage and determination, inspired by their unwavering dedication to peace. Yet both Aaron and Lyria knew clearly that true peace required continued courage and vigilance. One evening, as they walked quietly together through peaceful gardens, Aaron voiced his thoughts openly. Lyria, our journey hasn't been easy, but every struggle has strengthened our unity. Lyria nodded gently, her voice soft yet firm. I agree, Aaron. Each challenge has shown us clearly why our bond matters so much. They paused quietly, enjoying the calm and beauty surrounding them. Aaron hesitated briefly, then spoke quietly but earnestly. Lyria, I never expected to care so deeply for someone so different. Yet, I cannot imagine facing these trials without you. She turned toward him slowly, her emerald eyes shining warmly. Aaron, you have shown me true courage and kindness. Our differences strengthen our bond. Together, we have achieved much, and together, we can continue. Their quiet conversation filled both with renewed hope and strength. Despite lingering threats, they felt confident and united, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Yet unseen threats continued quietly, unwilling to accept defeat. Remaining extremists gathered secretly, plotting carefully how to disrupt the newfound peace once again. Aaron and Lyria's unity was strong, but their enemies' determination remained equally fierce. For now, Aaron and Lyria chose to focus on their shared purpose and growing affection. They spent quiet moments together, building deeper trust and understanding. Both knew clearly the trials ahead would require their full courage and commitment, yet neither doubted their ability to face them together. Their bond, forged through bravery and unity, had become an inspiring symbol across the galaxy. Delegates and citizens alike spoke openly of their courage, hopeful their unity might finally bridge old divides permanently. Aaron and Lyria stood ready, united firmly by mutual respect and affection, determined to protect peace no matter the cost. Their journey had taught them clearly that unity, courage, and friendship were truly the strongest weapons against fear and division. Together, Aaron and Lyria faced the future bravely, knowing clearly that challenges remained. Yet their share, courage, and commitment to peace assured them they could confront any obstacle, confident that their bond would guide them safely through whatever darkness lay ahead. Aaron and Lyria's bond continued to grow stronger, but danger still followed them closely. Although the main conspirators had been exposed, smaller factions remained hidden, determined to cause harm. To ensure their safety, Ambassador Maria Collins arranged for Aaron and Lyria to leave temporarily, traveling quietly to a neutral planet. The planet chosen was a peaceful place called Arda. It had lush forests, clear lakes, and small, welcoming communities. Aaron and Lyria arrived secretly, settling into a modest cottage near a quiet village. The villagers knew nothing of their true identities, allowing the pair a rare chance at peaceful anonymity. Days passed gently, filled with quiet walks, casual conversations with villagers, and time spent learning about the planet's simple way of life. Aaron found peace in working with his hands, helping villagers repair fences and tend gardens. Lyria, too, enjoyed learning local customs and traditions, often assisting in village gatherings and celebrations. Their quiet life allowed them a deeper understanding of each other. Aaron saw a different side of Lyria, not just a princess, but a thoughtful and caring individual deeply committed to peace. Lyria discovered Aaron's genuine kindness, humor, and his constant determination to protect those he cared about. Yet even in this calm retreat, they remained cautious. Aaron always stayed alert, quietly checking their surroundings for signs of trouble. But after several weeks with no disturbances, they began to relax slightly, cautiously hopeful that they had truly found safety. One day, while walking through the village market, Aaron overheard a troubling conversation. Two strangers spoke quietly, their expression serious. Something about their hushed words raised Aaron's suspicions, reminding him that danger was never far. Aaron quietly shared his concerns with Lyria that evening. "We must be careful," he said firmly. "I fear we may have been discovered." Lyria nodded slowly, determination clear in her eyes. "Then we must remain ready. We knew peace might not last. They prepared quietly, alert but calm. Aaron strengthened the security around their cottage, ensuring they could defend themselves if necessary. Lyria communicated secretly with Ambassador Collins, keeping her informed of their situation. Days passed without incident, and they began to think perhaps Aaron had been mistaken. But one night, alarms sounded softly within their security system. Aaron moved quickly, grabbing a weapon and standing protectively in front of Lyria. "Stay behind me," Aaron whispered firmly. Lyria placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Her voice steady. "We face this together, Aaron." They watched quietly as several shadowy figures approached their cottage. Aaron waited patiently, knowing they must choose the right moment to act. Suddenly, the intruders burst inside, weapons drawn. Aaron fought fiercely, determined to keep Lyria safe. Lyria also defended herself bravely, using her quick reflexes and the fighting technique she'd learned as a princess. Together, they managed to fend off the attackers. One attacker remained conscious, held firmly by Aaron. "Who sent you?" Aaron demanded sharply. The attacker glared silently defiant. But Lyria stepped forward, her voice calm and commanding. "Speak now. Your plan has failed." Something about Lyria's authority seemed to affect the attacker. Reluctantly, he admitted, "Our leader believes your friendship threatens traditional values. We were ordered to end it." Aaron felt anger rise but controlled it carefully. "Your leader is wrong," he stated firmly. "Our friendship promotes unity, not danger." Security forces arrived shortly after, quickly securing the area. Ambassador Collins had sent them immediately upon receiving Lyria's warning. The attackers were taken away, leaving Aaron and Lyria shaken but safe. The villagers gathered nearby, concern evident on their faces. Aaron spoke calmly, reassuring them, "Everything is all right. We're grateful for your kindness and hospitality." The villagers, relieved but curious, expressed their support warmly. They admired Aaron and Lyria's bravery, thankful they had helped protect the community. Knowing their hiding place had been compromised, Aaron and Lyria prepared to leave Arda. The villagers said heartfelt goodbyes, genuinely sad to see them go. Returning to the diplomatic compound, Aaron and Lyria were warmly welcomed by Ambassador Collins and others deeply supportive of their mission for peace. They realized clearly now how crucial their presence had become in maintaining unity between humans and Valeria NS. In a formal gathering shortly after their return, Lyria addressed delegates openly, her voice strong and sincere. "Aaron and I have faced many challenges. Each danger has shown us how fear seeks to destroy unity. But courage, trust, and understanding will always prevail." Delegates applauded loudly, inspired by her words. Aaron felt pride watching her, deeply moved by her unwavering strength. After the gathering, Aaron and Lyria spent time privately, reflecting on their journey. They spoke openly about their fears, hopes, and the deep affection that had grown between them. "Aaron," Lyria said softly, "I never expected such trials. But sharing them with you has given me strength." Aaron reached out gently, taking her hand. "Your courage inspires me daily, Lyria. Together we've proven peace is truly possible." They sat quietly together, confident yet aware of the continued threats surrounding them. Their bond had deepened significantly, now rooted firmly in mutual respect, trust, and affection. Neither was willing to abandon their mission for peace, no matter how difficult the journey. Yet, unseen and determined, remnants of the conspiracy continued plotting quietly. Their enemies knew Aaron and Lyria's unity represented a threat to old prejudices, a threat they would continue attempting to eliminate. But for now, Aaron and Lyria faced each new day bravely, united and hopeful. They knew clearly the path ahead remained uncertain, filled with challenges. Yet their resolve never wavered, confident their shared courage would continue guiding them toward lasting peace. Days following the security breach were tense and challenging. Aaron remained alert, cautious of every shadow and unexpected sound. Princess Lyria rarely left his side, her unwavering presence both comforting and worrying. Aaron feared that her Closeness would attract further danger. Diplomatic meetings continued, though with greater caution. Delegates from both sides spoke carefully, eager to maintain peace but wary of hidden threats. Aaron watched each interaction closely, always mindful of possible dangers. Despite the tension, Lyria's determination encouraged him, reminding Aaron why peace was worth fighting for. One morning, Ambassador Maria Collins summoned Aaron and Lyria for an urgent meeting. Maria's face was grave as she handed Aaron a small device. "This was found hidden in your quarters," she said quietly. "A tracking device." Aaron felt his pulse quicken. "So someone has been watching us closely." Maria nodded slowly. "We suspect there might be spies among us. Trust is now fragile. Both of you must be very careful." Lyria spoke calmly, though her eyes showed deep concern. "Ambassador, we must discover who is behind this. Aaron and I represent something important, something worth protecting." Aaron glanced toward Lyria, grateful for her steady courage. Together, they agreed to help investigate, knowing well the risk involved. Over the next few days, Aaron and Lyria quietly questioned staff and delegates, carefully seeking any hint of suspicion. They soon noticed several delegates who seemed unusually secretive. Among them was the elder Valerian, who had previously confronted Lyria. Late one night, Aaron received an urgent message requesting his presence at a distant part of the compound. Wary but determined, he quietly informed Lyria. "I'm going with you," Lyria said firmly. Aaron hesitated, worried for her safety. "Princess, it could be dangerous." Lyria gently touched his arm, her voice soft but decisive. "Together, we face whatever." Comies. Aaron reluctantly agreed, understanding her resolve. They moved quietly through the dark corridors, alert for danger. Reaching the location mentioned in the message, they found the area empty and strangely silent. Suddenly, figures emerged swiftly from the shadows. Aaron moved protectively in front of Lyria, recognizing one attacker as the elder Valerian, who had confronted them earlier. "Why are you doing this?" Lyria asked clearly, her voice steady despite the threat. The elder stepped forward, anger clear in his eyes. "You disgrace our traditions, Princess. Your friendship with a human threatens our people's purity. It must end." Aaron stood firm, meeting the elder's gaze without fear. "Peace benefits both our peoples. Our friendship shows unity, not weakness." "You are a danger," the elder hissed, signaling his followers forward. A sudden struggle erupted. Aaron fought fiercely, determined to protect Lyria at any cost. Yet their attackers were skilled and numerous. Amidst the chaos, Aaron saw one assailant move quickly toward Lyria, weapon drawn. "Lyria!" Aaron shouted, lunging desperately to shield her. Lyria acted quickly, dodging just enough to avoid a fatal blow, but the weapon grazed her arm. She cried out softly, stumbling slightly. Seeing her hurt, Aaron felt anger and fear surge within him, fueling his strength. He fought harder, finally managing to overpower several attackers. Moments later, security forces burst into the corridor, swiftly capturing the remaining assailants. Breathing heavily, Aaron immediately turned to Lyria. "Princess, you're hurt." She smiled weakly, holding her injured arm tightly. "I am fine, Aaron. Thanks to you." Medical teams quickly arrived, escorting them safely away from danger. In the medical facility, Aaron watched anxiously as doctors tended to Lyria's wound, guilt heavy on his heart. "This is because of me," Aaron whispered quietly, deeply upset. Lyria reached out gently, holding his hand reassuringly. "No, Aaron. This happened because some fear changed. We must remain strong." As she recovered, Aaron rarely left her side. He found himself deeply affected by her bravery and strength. Their conversations became quieter, deeper, filled with mutual respect and growing affection. "Lyria," Aaron began one quiet evening, his voice hesitant but earnest, "I never intended for you to get hurt. If my presence—" She gently interrupted him, shaking her head. "Aaron, your presence brings strength, not harm. I have no regrets." Slowly, Aaron began to accept her words. Together, they continued investigating, soon discovering a wider conspiracy within both the Valyrian kingdom and human factions groups, seeking to undermine the peace. Talks entirely. Ambassador Maria listened carefully as Aaron and Lyria shared their findings. "This is troubling," she admitted. "But we must expose this conspiracy openly to stop further violence." Aaron and Lyria agreed. The next diplomatic meeting was tense as Maria presented the evidence, naming openly those involved. Shock rippled through the chamber. Both humans and Valyrians expressed outrage, demanding justice and unity against those threatening their peace. Seeing the unified response, Aaron felt hopeful. Perhaps their struggles had not been in vain. Lyria spoke passionately, emphasizing the importance of cooperation and understanding between their peoples. Her courage deeply impressed everyone present, solidifying their support for peace. That evening, Aaron and Lyria stood together under a clear night sky, relieved yet aware of continued challenges ahead. Their bond had grown beyond mere friendship. They shared a quiet understanding that their connection had become essential to them both. "Aaron," Lyria said softly, "our journey is far from over. But knowing you stand beside me gives me courage." Aaron turned toward her, sincerity clear in his eyes. "Lyria, I never expected to feel this deeply about protecting peace or someone." Her eyes softened warmly. "Our friendship began from debt and duty, but it has become so much more." As they stood quietly, stars sparkling above, Aaron felt peace. Despite the difficulties ahead, he knew that together, he and Lyria could face any challenge. Yet, deep in the shadows, remnants of the conspiracy remained, angry and determined to strike again. For now, Aaron and Lyria held firmly to their shared purpose and deepening affection, unaware that their trials had only just begun. Aaron's return to full duty felt both exciting and comforting. Yet, he noticed quickly how different his life had become since the assassination attempt. Princess Lyria remained nearby, her determination unwavering. She joined Aaron in diplomatic meetings and often stayed by his side during casual moments as well. Her presence, though comforting to Aaron, became the topic of frequent whispers and careful glances among delegates. Aaron and Lyria stood together during an official human-Valyrian technology exchange event. Engineers and scientists proudly showcased their innovations, eager to impress each other. Aaron was fascinated by the advanced Valyrian technology that enabled faster space travel and more efficient energy use. Lyria showed equal interest in human inventions, especially medical advancements. "This device," Aaron explained carefully, pointing to a compact medical scanner, "can detect illnesses in seconds." "It has saved many lives." Lyria looked amazed, smiling brightly. "Your people truly have impressive minds, Aaron. There is much we can learn from each other." As they discussed the technologies, Aaron felt eyes on them. He glanced around, noticing several delegates watching closely. Some smiled, pleased at the evident friendship, but others appeared openly displeased. One group of Valyrians stood apart, their faces stern and unfriendly. Aaron recognized among them the elder who had confronted Lyria earlier. Later, as Aaron escorted Lyria to her quarters, he voiced his concern. "Princess, your elders seem unhappy with our closeness. Is this causing you trouble?" Lyria paused thoughtfully before speaking. "Aaron, our friendship challenges old beliefs and traditions. Many fear change. But I believe our bond shows that true understanding is possible between humans and Valyrians." Aaron nodded, appreciating her bravery. "Just be careful. I don't want my presence causing harm." "You saved my life," Lyria reminded him gently. "I am prepared for whatever follows." Their conversation was interrupted by urgent footsteps. Ambassador Maria Collins approached quickly, worry clear in her eyes. "Aaron, Princess," Maria said urgently, "there's been another threat. Security intercepted communications mentioning your name specifically. You must both be cautious." Aaron tensed, his protective instincts immediately rising. "What can we do, Ambassador?" Maria sighed heavily. We must tighten security and limit public appearances. It is best for both your safety and for maintaining peace. Aaron and Lyria reluctantly agreed. Over the following days, their movements became restricted. Guards accompanied them everywhere, and meetings became fewer and more private. Though necessary, the restrictions weighed heavily on both. Confined to safer quarters, Aaron and Lyria spent more time together privately. They shared stories about their past, gradually discovering surprising similarities. Aaron learned about Lyria's childhood, her education, and her struggles with royal expectations. Lyria, in turn, listened intently as Aaron described his family, his life on Earth, and the reasons he joined the military. During these quiet moments, their friendship deepened. Each found comfort in the other's company, recognizing in one another genuine kindness and courage. Their bond was becoming stronger, driven by mutual respect and understanding rather than mere obligation. One evening, Aaron and Lyria were enjoying dinner quietly when alarms suddenly blared throughout the compound. Aaron stood immediately. Instincts. Alert. Guards burst into the room moments later. "We must move quickly," one guard ordered urgently. "There is a security breach. Assassins have infiltrated the compound." Aaron and Lyria exchanged tense glances. Aaron moved protectively close to the princes as they were swiftly escorted to a safer location. Fear gripped Aaron's heart, not for himself but for Lyria. He felt deeply responsible for her safety. They reached a secure room deep within the facility, the door locking firmly behind them. Aaron checked carefully, ensuring no immediate threat inside. Lyria sat down, visibly shaken but maintaining calm. "Aaron," she whispered quietly, her voice trembling slightly, "someone truly wants to prevent our friendship." Aaron took a deep breath, determined. "We will face this together, Lyria." Hours passed slowly, filled with tension and uncertainty. Finally, security announced the attackers had been captured and the immediate threat ended. Yet the event had shaken both humans and Valyrians profoundly. The next day, Aaron attended an emergency diplomatic meeting. Valyrian elders and human leaders debated intensely. Many blamed the recent attacks on the growing closeness between Aaron and Lyria, insisting that their friendship was provoking extremists. Princess Lyria stood suddenly, addressing everyone firmly. "This friendship is not our weakness, but our strength. Extremists fear us precisely because we represent true unity. Turning away now will grant them victory." Aaron watched in admiration as Lyria spoke bravely. Slowly, delegates nodded, beginning to accept her perspective. Even the harsh elder seemed somewhat softened by her sincerity and courage. Afterward, Aaron found Lyria standing alone on a balcony, looking thoughtfully at the sky. He approached quietly, joining her in silence. "You were incredible," he finally said softly, genuinely moved by her bravery. She turned, eyes filled with quiet resolve. "It is because of you, Aaron. Your courage inspired me to speak. We cannot yield to fear." They stood quietly together, feeling the weight of their responsibility but comforted by their shared determination. Aaron knew clearly now that his bond with Lyria had become far deeper than mere duty or gratitude. They were genuinely united in their purpose, determined to fight for peace despite all obstacles. As the stars began to shine brightly overhead, Aaron and Lyria spoke openly of their hopes for the future. Each dream shared strengthened their friendship further, anchoring their resolve. Yet neither was fully aware of the depths of hostility they faced, nor the full extent of danger still lurking just beyond their sight. In the shadows nearby, plots continue quietly. Those who opposed their friendship planned carefully, determined to end it by any means necessary. For now, Aaron and Lyria stood united and strong, ready to confront whatever lay ahead. Their bond, forged through courage and trust, would soon be tested more harshly than either could imagine. Aaron spent several days confined to the medical facility, carefully watched over by doctors and nurses. Princess Lyria visited daily, always accompanied by her loyal guards. Each day, she sat by Aaron's bedside, patiently listening to his stories about Earth, and sharing tales of her own world, Valeria. Gradually, their conversations became more comfortable and friendly, creating a sense of closeness neither expected. One morning, Aaron finally received permission from the medical team to walk outside. Supported by a cane, he stepped into the bright sunlight, breathing deeply the fresh air of the peaceful garden surrounding the diplomatic compound. Lyria walked beside him, matching his slow pace. Her gentle presence was comforting and eased. The lingering ache from his injury died as they walked. Lyria glanced toward Aaron, her emerald eyes thoughtful. "Aaron, have you considered what my life debt means for us?" she asked softly. Aaron paused briefly, leaning on the cane for support. He met her gaze seriously. "Honestly, I don't fully understand it yet, Princess. I only did what any soldier would do." Lyria smiled softly. "Yet, among my people, your act of courage created a bond between us that goes beyond ordinary gratitude. My life is now entwined with yours. I am bound to help and protect you until the debt is repaid." Aaron felt a bit overwhelmed by her words. The idea of being bound by such an ancient tradition was strange and new to him. "Princess, I don't want you to feel trapped by tradition. You owe me nothing." She shook her head gently. "It's more than tradition, Aaron. It's honor, duty, and respect. It is deeply meaningful to me." As days passed, Lyria became a regular sight in the human quarters, often sharing meals and attending meetings alongside Aaron. This caused whispers among both humans and Valyrians. Some admired their growing friendship, while others openly questioned the wisdom of such closeness. Ambassador Maria Collins spoke privately with Aaron one evening, her voice cautious. "Aaron, you should know that your closeness with Princess Lyria is causing concern among our leaders. They worry it might complicate diplomatic relations." Aaron nodded slowly, understanding her worry. "I see, Ambassador. But the princess believes strongly in this life debt. She insists it's essential to her people's honor." Maria sighed, placing a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Just be careful, Aaron. We want peace, but the path there is delicate." Aware of Maria's concerns, Aaron tried to maintain a respectful distance from Lyria, but it proved difficult. The princess continually found reasons to remain close, genuinely committed to honoring her life debt. One afternoon, Aaron and Lyria attended a cultural exchange event showcasing Valyrian traditions. Aaron watched with fascination as Valyrian dancers performed gracefully, their movements smooth and elegant. Seeing Aaron's admiration, Lyria smiled warmly. "Would you like to learn one of our dances?" she asked. Aaron hesitated, feeling suddenly awkward. "I'm not a very good dancer," he admitted sheepishly. Lyria laughed lightly, reaching for his hand gently. "I will guide you." Slowly and carefully, they moved together, Lyria patiently teaching him the graceful steps. Aaron stumbled a few times, but her gentle encouragement eased his embarrassment. Their laughter drew smiles from onlookers, who were touched by the simple and genuine interaction. After the dance, as they rested quietly, a Valyrian elder approached them. His gaze stern, he spoke directly to Lyria. "Princess, you honor tradition, but your closeness to this human could bring trouble." Lyria faced him confidently, her voice respectful yet firm. "Elder, Aaron risked his life for mine. My honor demands I repay him properly. Tradition exists to guide us, not to limit our growth and understanding." The elder seemed dissatisfied, but withdrew respectfully. Aaron felt worried again about causing trouble for the princess. "Lyria, perhaps he's right. Perhaps it's better if—" Aaron began hesitantly. "No," she interrupted softly but firmly, looking directly into his eyes. "Aaron, our friendship strengthens peace between our people. Fear and suspicion divide us, but kindness and understanding unite us." That night, Aaron pondered deeply Lyria's words, realizing the truth in them. His closeness to the princess was indeed changing perceptions among both species. Her dedication to honoring the life debt wasn't merely obligation, it was transforming into genuine friendship. In the following days, Aaron regained more strength, eventually discarding the cane. He resumed his duties, remaining vigilant but also aware of Lyria's constant presence. Her influence became essential in calming disagreements during diplomatic discussions, proving valuable in building trust between humans and Valyrians. Aaron soon saw Lyria not just as a princess fulfilling her duty, but as a thoughtful, courageous friend determined to build a bridge between their worlds. You began to appreciate deeply her wisdom and kindness. One quiet evening, after a long day of meetings, Aaron and Lyria sat together in the gardens. The stars above were bright, lighting their peaceful silence. "Aaron," Lyria said gently, breaking the quiet, "do you think true peace is possible between our worlds?" He considered her question carefully, feeling hopeful yet cautious. "I believe it is, as long as leaders like you and Ambassador Collins remain committed." Lyria smiled warmly, placing her hand lightly over his. "And as long as soldiers like you continue to act with courage and honor." Aaron felt warmth rush through him at her words, realizing he had come to deeply respect and care for the princess. Their friendship had grown beyond simple gratitude or duty, forming a genuine bond as they continued to sit quietly beneath the stars. Neither noticed the shadowy figure watching them from afar. Hidden in darkness, eyes narrowed in anger, this unseen observer clearly disapproved of their closeness. Unaware of the lurking threat, Aaron and Lyria spoke openly about their dreams and hopes for a shared future. They believed their friendship could genuinely help unite their people, but neither realized how powerful their bond had already become, or how much danger it placed them in. Far from their quiet garden, whispers grew louder among those who feared the change their friendship represented. For now, Aaron and Lyria focused only on building peace, unaware that soon they would face even greater trials. Their trust and friendship would soon be tested, threatening not only their bond but the fragile peace they hoped to build between humanity and the Valyrian kingdom. The grand hall buzzed with whispers and anticipation. Humans and Valyrians alike filled the massive chamber, carefully observing each other. It was the first time representatives from Earth and the Valyrian kingdom gathered under one roof for diplomatic talks. Many were hopeful, yet some remained wary, unsure if peace between the two very different species was possible. Aaron Blake stood quietly in a corner, eyes scanning the crowd. He wore the standard uniform of a human soldier, neat and crisp, his demeanor calm yet alert. His job today was security, ensuring nothing disrupted the critical meeting. He had joined the military wanting adventure, but he'd never imagined guarding such an important event. Across the hall, the Valyrian delegation stood proudly. At their center was Princess Lyria, elegant and striking in appearance. Her skin was a soft pale blue, shimmering faintly under the bright lights. Long silver hair cascaded down her back, contrasting beautifully with her deep purple gown. Her emerald green eyes were sharp yet kind, taking in everything with keen interest. It was widely known among the Valyrians that Lyria was intelligent, compassionate, and deeply committed to peace. The human delegation moved forward, led by Ambassador Maria Collins, a seasoned diplomat known for her ability to handle tense situations calmly. Maria approached Princess Lyria and bowed slightly, a respectful greeting practice and perfected over weeks of preparation. Lyria returned the gesture gracefully, her warm smile instantly easing some of the tension. "Welcome, Ambassador," Lyria said softly, her voice gentle yet firm. "Today marks a hopeful beginning for both our peoples." "Thank you, Princess Lyria." Maria replied earnestly. "We share your optimism and look forward to building trust and friendship between our two worlds." As the speeches began, Aaron's attention shifted to subtle movements around the room. Guards stood at attention, and delegates whispered quietly to each other. All seemed normal, yet Aaron felt uneasy. His instincts told him something wasn't right. Suddenly, a glint caught Aaron's eye. At the far end of the hall, a figure moved, quickly, slipping quietly through the crowd. It was subtle, almost invisible. Aaron's heart raced as he watched the figure draw closer to the princess. Without hesitation, Aaron stepped forward, positioning himself nearer to Lyria. The speeches continued unaware of the danger approaching. Aaron's pulse quickened. He saw the glint again, clearly now a blade hitting discreetly within the sleeve of the approaching assassin. Aaron moved swiftly, cutting through the crowd just as the assassin lunged toward Princess Lyria. Time seemed to slow as Aaron leaped forward, placing himself directly between the attacker and the princess. The sharp blade sliced through his side, and pain shot through Aaron's body. Intense and sharp, gasps echoed through the hall as guards quickly apprehended the assassin. Chaos erupted momentarily, then faded as security took control. Princess. Lyria stood stunned, her emerald eyes wide with shock as she stared at Aaron. "Are you all right?" she asked urgently, stepping closer. Aaron winced but forced a reassuring smile. "It's just a scratch," he lied, attempting to hide the pain. Medical. Teams quickly arrived, assisting Aaron to a chair. Ambassador Maria Collins watched, concern etched clearly across her face. She moved toward the princess, bowing slightly. "Princess Lyria, we apologize deeply for this breach in security," Maria said sincerely. "We are grateful no greater harm came to you." "Ambassador," Lyria interrupted softly but firmly, "this man risked his life to save mine. He showed bravery beyond duty." Aaron listened quietly, dizzy from pain yet aware enough to notice the deep gratitude in Lyria's voice. The princess turned fully toward him, kneeling slightly to meet his gaze. "You have saved my life," she said gently, her voice trembling slightly with emotion. "In my culture, such bravery demands recognition. I am forever in your debt." Aaron tried to respond, but words failed him as pain overwhelmed his senses. He barely felt himself being lifted onto a stretcher. Voices faded into the background as his vision blurred. He awoke hours later in a sterile medical room, the pain now a dull ache. His side was bandaged tightly, clean and cared for. Aaron sat up slowly, noting someone sitting quietly beside him. Turning his head, he was surprised to see Princess Lyria herself, eyes closed, seemingly resting but clearly alert. "Princess?" Aaron whispered softly. Lyria's eyes snapped open immediately, warm relief flooding her features. "Aaron Blake, you're awake," she said warmly, standing quickly to move closer. "I feared you might not wake so soon." "I heal quickly," Aaron joked weakly, drawing a small laugh from the princess. "You saved my life," Lyria repeated seriously, her eyes sincere and determined. "In my culture, we have an ancient tradition called a life debt. You risked everything for me, and now my life is forever bound to yours." Aaron shifted uncomfortably, not accustomed to such deep gratitude. "Princess, it was my duty," he began. But she gently shook her head, silencing him. "Duty would have been to stop the assassin," she said quietly. "You placed yourself directly in harm's way for me. That goes beyond duty." Aaron took a deep breath, unsure how to respond. He was a simple soldier, not used to being in the spotlight or receiving such praise from royalty. But seeing the earnest determination in her eyes, he knew there was no changing her mind. "I accept your gratitude," he finally said softly, "but your safety is reward enough for me." Lyria smiled warmly, her emerald eyes shining with gratitude and something else, a deeper respect and curiosity for this human who had risked his life for her. "We will speak more of this soon," she promised gently. "But now, you must rest." Aaron nodded, his body still weak and tired from the ordeal. As he drifted back to sleep, he felt strangely comforted knowing the princess was safe, unharmed because of his actions. He sensed his life had changed forever, though he wasn't sure yet what that meant. Princess Lyria sat quietly, watching the human soldier sleep. Her mind raced with thoughts about the day's events. Humans had always fascinated her. Their bravery encouraged legendary among the stars. But today, she had witnessed firsthand their true strength and selflessness. Lyria understood clearly what her life debt meant. Her actions now would define relations between humans and Valyrians, impacting both their people significantly. With gentle determination, she resolved to honor her debt fully. no matter the cost. Outside the medical room, delegates continued discussions, shaken but determined not to let the attack derail their mission of peace. News quickly spread about Aaron's heroism, strengthening hopes that true understanding could be achieved. As Aaron slept peacefully, unaware of the larger role he was soon to play, Princess Lyria silently promised to protect him as fiercely as he had protected her. Together, she hoped, they would show their peoples the true meaning of courage, honor, and friendship.